up, GBB fam? I am Quante Reed, your host of Godly Vibes and Blessings, and as well as the creator. And I am so excited to be here. I just wanted to take this moment to kind of tell you why I am here. Because the only reason why I'm here is because God, He placed GBB in my heart to do. And whenever this happened, it was back in 2020. And it was right before COVID started. And God was just speaking to me. I was building this relationship with Him, and He was telling me to start the podcast. And I was like, well, God, I know how I am, and I know you know your daughter. Like, I was just like, how? And so I took that moment to be obedient. So GBB was started through obedience. And so I took that time to just learn about podcasting. I learned about, different mics and how you should do this, how you should do that. And so through that process, I was, preparing, because He was basically giving me and downloading not really downloading, more so placing a spiritual baby in me to birth. And all of us have spiritual babies. So you just have to wait on that time. It's a perfect timing when it comes to God calling you to do something. And so at that moment, that was my perfect timing for Him to reveal what I needed to do towards becoming lit and staying lit for God. And it didn't just happen and it didn't come out of thin air. And so through that process, I want to tell y'all the story of how it happened, because I know a lot of you guys don't know. So to rewind back, like I said, it was back in 2020 where I was building my relationship with God, and I was fasting during that time. And God was just telling me different things about my life and things to come and everything through my obedience. And so when He gave me GBB, He told me to get the mics. Well, to get a mic, not mics, to get a mic. And I was like, okay, so let me do that, because whenever you are expecting, when in real life, I always say that, but whenever you are expecting physically, you have to prepare by getting baby cribs and baby bottles and all that stuff like that. But spiritually, it may be different. For me, my preparing was me learning about podcasting. It was for me to listen to other podcasters so I can get inspired through their podcast and how they took their journeys to get there to where they were in life. And for me, like learning more about the materials and tools that was going to be needed to start a podcast, that was for me to be able to prepare, right? And so I bought the mic, and y'all, it had to be probably a month. I'm pretty sure it was a month before I even opened the box. I would just walk by the box and be looking like staring it down. I was like, do I have to open this? And so every time I walked by the box, I was like, just taking that moment in, like, Lord, are you sure about this? Because I am not the type of person that like to talk in front of people, let alone a mic. Like when I was younger, you put a mic in my hand, you won't get anything coming out of my mouth. But through that, even then, I had to build that confidence in myself, and I got a little bit better at it. And so that was enough, though. Sorry, y'all. Wasn't enough for me. I was like, Lord, that's not enough for me. I need to know for a fact You're calling me to do this podcast. And so I took the moment to continuously pray, and He started building my faith, and I started to become passionate about GBB. I started to study and just take the time to study it, to figure out, okay, how you would with a physical room, what room you want the color to be. So I did the branding of GBB. I did the logo. And so the logo is obviously a light bulb. And so I have this right here because it's, it's cute or whatever. And it's purple. So it has the branding colors, and it's a light bulb, obviously. And so with this light bulb, the reason why I chose a light bulb for the logo, because God showed me that we are the source of light, and we are the source of light because He's the light. And so we are trying to obviously spread light and continuously become lit, and through helping other people become lit and us staying lit. And so that's the reason why we chose the light bulb for our logo. If you ever see the light bulb, just know it's from us. Become lit, stay lit. But yeah. And so starting that process of hearing from God and preparing for this spiritual birthing of something so big, bigger than me, bigger than my eyes could see or my mind could imagine, I had to take that opportunity and time to stay focused on the goal. And so when I started the podcast, I had 5 episodes recorded, y'all. 5 episodes. And I was planning to launch in October 2020. And so I was ready. I was pumped. I was like, okay, bet, like we in here, like we got this. And y'all, my computer crashes. I had 5 episodes recorded. My computer crashed right before the launch. And so I had to basically get myself together. That was a rough week. I had to work through the process of me losing those 5 episodes, as well as the process of me seeing oh my gosh, I got to get another computer. And so I was just going through so many emotions, and anger was one of them, because I was angry at, first of all, God for making me do something that I didn't want to do. For one, like I could not see myself talking in front of a mic and just doing what I'm doing now. And so I was like mad at him about this. Like, why would you make me build me up to do something that I'm not used to doing just to knock me down? I was thinking it was him that knocked me down. And I was like, just so angry at him. So I expressed those feelings to him, because you're supposed to take those opportunities to have that relationship with God. And part of that is telling him how you feel. Because like, if it was a real person sitting in front of me right now, like if it was like my friend, my best friends or whatever, if we had an issue or I was angry or whatever, or I felt some type of way about anything, I would tell them and they would see that I'm angry. So God knew that I was angry, but he wants us to take that time to express our feelings to him, express our emotions and get them out and leave them for him to take care of. Because behind the emotion is obviously a certain thing that's causing you to have those emotions. And so for me, my anger was towards him, but behind that emotion was me doing something, like I said, doing something I wasn't familiar with. And so through that process, I had to basically take the opportunity to just keep pushing. And so it took me a while, though. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I had an attitude and everything. And I realized that was the devil that caused that. He didn't want my podcast to get out. He didn't want the podcast to get out because he knew that the word that God was trying to spread to the people, he knew the light that I was going to help shine from me to other people to help turn their lights on. It was going to be something that was going to disrupt his plans that he has or whatever. And so I had to realize that, like, Lord, I'm so sorry. I had to repent and everything, and also ask for forgiveness, because I felt like I was snapping on the wrong person. It's just like somebody been in a relationship and you find out they messing around or whatever, and you snapping on the other person when you need to be snapping on the main person that made this equation happen. And so, yeah, I was like snapping on God, and I really should have been snapping on the devil. I should have stayed focused. That's what he wants us to do. He wants us to get angry. He wants us to get out of character and out the pocket for somebody that's our everything. And yes, we may still have issues and we may feel some type of way and want to tell God however we feel. Yes, do that. But always know, like, he has your back. Like, he's not the type of God that'll lie or anything like that. The devil can't do nothing but lie. He's out to steal, kill, and destroy. So don't even put trust in his little, whatever you want to call it, I guess his resume. Don't even try to do that, because it's not going to fit. It will never fit. But God, you can always know on his resume, on his receipts, it's always going to show that his plans were for us. He was not trying to come after us. And, we have to just focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the good things. Focus on, like, the goal. So my end goal was, I knew I wanted to help people, because at that point of him talking to me and showing me what GV would be, the visions and different things and dreams I would have about it, I knew that I had to tap in on another level to see more, because that was what his desire. By him doing it, it made me desire him more. It made me desire to hear more and see more things about GVB. And so when he did that, I started to have that passion that helped me, like, come alive for it. I was like, oh gosh, like, I can do this. Like, this is something I want to do. I want to help people become lit and stay lit. Like, this is part of my purpose. And I am a purpose pusher. Like, I push people to their purpose. You can ask my friends, like, if you tell me you're going to do something and I don't know, it must be a gift. I know it is a gift, because I will push you. Whether you're happy with me or not, I will make sure you do what you're supposed to do. And so he has that thing on me where I'm having to teach in ways and speak in ways and just spread his word through what I am and who I am and how I am. Like, when I mean that, I mean like my personality or how I do things, or, he's using me to do that based on how I am right now. I don't have to change for anybody. I'm not perfect, nor am I trying to be. I'm just being Quante. And being Quante is being lit. How about that? Because you got to speak affirmations over yourself. And so I was like, just going through that process of fighting the devil in that way. And he was trying to put so much darkness in me, y'all. Like, I had to take the opportunity to fight back. And so to this day, like I said in the last video, I have to continuously fight because he does not want me to do that. He doesn't want us to heal. He doesn't want us to prosper. And he doesn't want us to see God's promises for our life that he has for us. And so we have to remember that and stay focused on the goals, like the real goals. And as a community for GBB, our main goal is to spread light, to become lit, stay lit, and spread the light. Continuously turn the other people's lights on. Some people, their lights may be dim or they may not be on at all. But if we help them turn their lights on to keep them bright in our community, like just being transparent and real and uplifting and just sharing this, like continuously like sharing this like a wildfire, then like what other way could we not be but positive and just learning more things and building our relationship with God on our own individual relationships with him and just thriving, like growing. Like we're all about growing and glowing and just spreading light. And so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. And I know y'all like, what about, want to know a little bit about me outside of GPB? Well, I'm 28 years old. I am the oldest out of 3. I have a sister and a brother, and I love them so much. And I have a niece. I love them so much as well. Well, I have one niece, but I love my family. I love my whole entire family. Obviously, I love them. So I wanted to shout them out because they are my main supporters. Like they support me in everything I have ever done in my whole life. And I know that without them being the biggest support that they are for me, I don't know what I would be. I don't know how far I would have gotten in life without having that push, without having them tell me like, you got to be a leader, not a follower, telling us that we can do anything we put our minds to. Like they bam that in our heads. Like you say can't anywhere, you might, what you said? And so can't to not be in our vocabulary. And so I have to remember that when I do want to quit doing this, when I don't want to do the podcast, when I don't want to get in front of the camera, I have to remember like, this is not about me. This is my purpose. This is the main reason why God placed me on this earth. And so I have to remember that by continuously pushing, continuously leaning on God and just remembering his promises and reading affirmations and everything out loud and just speaking light into the atmosphere and not darkness over myself or others. And that's a daily task. You have to daily do those things. And that's why you need to download the app. That's why you need to download the app. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in right there because when you download the app, you'll be able to get those affirmations I'm talking about because I'm going to start posting some more affirmations in there. And you can always read up the ones that's already posted that'll help you get to where you have to go. And you can always add in there. If you got some affirmation that you like to say, you can comment and say that. Like, help. We're here to help one another. We're not here to just see me post the whole entire time. Like, no, we're trying to help each other. And I've been needing some help too. Like seeing y'all comment and seeing y'all engage and just support me, it helps me so much. Y'all just don't understand. It helps me so much. And yeah, I want to say that. So I wish I could talk longer with you guys, but that's all I had to say pretty much. So I'm just going to tell y'all again to download the app. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this to all the people that you know. Like, get this out. We have to continue to spread the light because God is the source and the source is within us. And so the only way that we can continuously spread God's light is to continuously share the information, share the podcast, share the YouTube channel, share the download of the app. Like, make sure y'all do that. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, whenever you listen to this. And you already know the motto, become lit, stay lit, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Only God leave vibes and blessings here, yeah.